focus in trading and in life generally. So this is not going to be focusing on trading alone, but it's going to be focusing also in life. I can see Chibike also. Please, I'm not used to this bringing people up yet, so you can please request, then I will bring you up. Okay, so today is not just for forex only. It's just not a general discussion, but majorly for life-changing encounter, because I've discovered that some of the things that we don't have in trading is you don't have that motivation to be able to move to the next level. And if someone has the results, someone has the consistency, why can't you come up and share the consistency that you have and how you were able to get to where you are today? Of course, all of us, we are still going up, and that is why I'll be coming every Monday to just give us a Monday boost. Okay, so energy flows where focus goes. Now, that is one thing that we all always need to know, that energy flows where focus goes. You cannot just have your focus scattered everywhere in life, even in trading. It's not possible. And these are things that people do day in, day out that affect the progress in life. Okay, one of the things I was able to discover at early age in life was that I was able to channel my focus to one thing. When I know I don't want to do 9 to 5 again, I begin to look for internet and then look at what I can now do, okay, that can make me make money from the comfort of my house. As a matter of fact, forex was not the first thing I tried. I tried freelancing. I'm a good video editor and likes. Okay, so these are the things that we need to look out for. And then immediately I discovered that I was able to channel my focus into one thing, and that is what we want to discuss today. Okay, so let's move on in what we have today. Okay, in a world full of distractions, this current world we have ourselves is full of distractions. We know that. Okay, and the most valuable skill is focus. In this world of distractions, you can be on the internet for hours and then you don't even know what you have been able to achieve for that day. These are things that we see each and every day. Even those that work, sometimes they are always on the internet going through different lives. Especially even we that we are full-time trader. Sometimes being a full-time trader, I just don't know what next to do, but of course I read. By the way, and I write. Sometimes I do videos and I speak and interact with my community. But before doing that, I discovered that I just scroll through the internet and I've lost a lot of days, a lot of time on the internet. But one of the things I discovered is that I need to have a focus, and these are the things that we need in life. Not only in trading, in life you have to have a focus. If you want to make money, go for things that will make you money. If you want to play around, go for things that will make you to play around. These are the things that happens in here, out and there. Okay, so the most valuable skill we need to have this time in life is what? Focus. Because that edge you're actually looking for in life, that edge you're actually looking for in trading is in that focus. And I'm going to explain the focus very soon. Okay, without focus, even the most gifted trader will fail. Okay, without focus, because focus is very attached to consistency. Focus will give you consistency, and at the end of today's meeting, we are going to see what I'm talking about here. Focus will definitely lead you to consistency. Okay, and with focus, even the average can become unstoppable. Even with average, I remember at the beginning of this year we did a trading room, and then I have 10 traders focused together. We're able to achieve something good. Some of them, their levels of analysis improved. Quite a number of things they were able to improve in it, because there's now a community that we formulate together to be able to have focus. Okay, so let's look at what I have here. I have an example, and let us look at this part of the video. You can see that that's a light. That light that is trying to press into an iron it's light. That device is called laser. Okay, and it's also light. But because the laser light is focused at a particular point, it can hit through metals. But the one of the bulb that is just scattered all around, you can see the way it's spread all around. Now that cannot give that kind of It cannot give that kind of energy. It cannot be able to pierce into metal. It cannot even do anything. The only thing it will do is also generate heat. But you can see the one that is focused, and that is what I'm about to show you here. The power of focus. This same light, because of the energy and the intensity of the focus, was able to pierce into iron. And that's something that leads to human being. If you can be focused enough, if you can, be focused on that consistency that you're looking for, you will discover what is needed. Trading, as a matter of fact, is not just about you knowing technical analysis. I used to tell people like that. Trading is not even technical analysis. technical analysis is just that if I look, this is how you should have it as a mindset, that if I know how to analyze the market, I will have that edge to be able to go into the market and then get profit from the market. But that's not what is going to give you the consistency you are looking for. And that is why so many people, they go to two different academic, they will still need to go to another academy, they will still need to get another mentor. Some people have quite a number of mentors. I have only one mentor, and immediately I have that, I was able to focus into what I was taught. So instead of you jumping up and down, one of the things that make you to jump up and down is because you lack what? You lack focus. Okay, so focus in life, not only in trading now, in life, help us to be able to do what we need to do and save times. Okay, so most people life shattered just like Bob, just like the pictures you see here. Okay, winners leave focus like what? Laser. Okay, in trading, focus is what? Consistency. That is it. Focus is equal to consistency and clarity. And in life, okay, focus is what? Momentum and breakthrough. What you need for that breakthrough that we are all looking for is just focus. Focus on one thing. Then when you have that focus on that one thing, you can now later, after you have mastered that, you can now later begin to spread that. Okay, but the first way to life is what? To focus to one thing. Okay, so let's move on before I also allow my boss to have one or two things before we continue. Now let's look at the first step to focus. The first step, I have about 6 steps I'm going to share with us today. Okay, know your why. That's the first thing. Most people get into trading because they don't even know why they are there. They just stumble into it. Is it because of focus? Is it because of money? You have to define that. And that is going to be the number 1 page of your what? Of your trading journal. Because you know why. If you don't know why you are even want to trade for that week, you want to have this account for that week, I bet it with you, you are not going to make enough progress. Okay, so you have to know why. When you are getting that next profit you want to get, know why you are getting it. Okay, is it because you want to make profit, or is it because you want to use it to train yourself? So if I want to train now, probably I want to just, after learning, let me assume I'm a beginner, and after learning for some times, I want to start trading. I want to go and get a bigger profit account. I will never do that, because the purpose of it is just what? To test the ground. Quite a number of people have reached out to me, oh, this profit, that. Okay, after that, what do we do? Let's see what you can do. I'm not going, because I don't want to see what they can do. I'm not going to go and buy $100,000 account for them. No. So most people do not see that result they are seeking for, only because they've not been able to do what they are meant to do. And if you want to do what you are meant to do, you are definitely going to have that result you are seeking for. So the first thing you should do is what? A clear why gives birth to powerful what? Focus. When you have a clear why in what you are doing, you want to start a business, you have a clear why. Why am I doing this? Is it for profit's sake? Is it for me to be able to retire after some times? Is it because is it a side hustle? Some people are trading forex like a side hustle, and they are looking for the consistency of a full-time trader. It's not possible, my dear. It's not possible. These are the things that you people face in life. Even not only in trading, like I've said, this is focusing on both life and in trading. So at the end of these teachings, at the end of this discussion, every one of us should be able to go back and then know why you are doing what you are doing. Why do you want to go back to school to go and have that course? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to leave the country? I have quite a number of friends that left this country and they are not even doing well where they are. Why? Someone just told them that they are leaving the country, and then you find yourself in Gabon. You find yourself in Libya. Okay, because you just want to go, you want to Japan also. There is no full focus. And that is why people always what? They always miss things. And what is the origin of not having that focus? Because of they do not have a clear why. Okay, so if you have a clear why, you are definitely going to have what? Focus. Okay, so now ask, why am I doing this? Why am I trading? Why do I want success? Why do you want success? These are the things that you should ask yourself. Okay, so purpose eliminates what? Distraction. That distraction that you are saying, no, this one is distraction, this one is distracting me, is because even from the onset you do not have what? You don't know why you are doing that. If you know why you are doing what you are doing, definitely nobody will just come and then tell you that, okay, ICT is not working again, SLC is not working again, L12 is not working again. No, because you already know why you are using that, and then you know how it works. So those are the things that we need to look at. So the first step of having focus in life and in trading that I have discovered is knowing why. I wish I'm going to show you maybe one of these days when we come back online again on Monday, I'm going to show you my trading plan. The first thing is that why, and that why determine what? The goal. Why am I doing this? What do I want to achieve in this month? Some people don't even know what they want to achieve that month. A trading month, they don't know what they want to achieve. And those are the things that sometimes you hit that 10% on that month, and yet you are still going to find yourself losing the whole of that month because there's no focus. If you have focus, okay, this month I want to make 5%. I want to make, of course, 10% is even too much in a month, but let's say you want to make 5%, you want to make 10%, and you are already approaching that. You should know that, okay, I want to make 5% this month. I've already made 2-3% at the beginning of the month, or the first 2 weeks of the month. What should I do? I will risk off. There's what we call risk off and risk on. I will risk off because now I know that I'm almost getting to my what? To my target. But because we don't have that, we don't have it yearly, we don't have it monthly, and these are the reasons why people lose. They now target everything to what? Distraction. I'm distracted. In the first place, if you have a clear reason why you are doing something, you will not be distracted. Okay, so let's look at step 2. Okay, because I have someone here that I would like him to add 1 or 2 things to what we've discussed so far, because I trust his knowledge also in this our trading space. Okay, so cut the noise. When you know why, it is so easy for you to be able to cut the noise. I'm going to share something with us. There was a time I was working with the person that mentored me, and I discovered that this is not easy for me, because sometimes I will see his analysis and then it will affect my judgment. Of course, you know the mentality of a boss to a mentee. Okay, but later on I tried to cut that distraction. Okay, I even left his group, as a matter of fact, and then that was what helped me to be able to have that focus again, and then I was able to move forward. So now starve your distraction. That is what I want you to know here. Starve that distraction of yours, okay, and feed on your focus. This is what life is all about. It's always plus and minus. That is it. Before you have that equal to, there must be plus and minus. And then what should you do? Get the one that you want to minus, and then get the one you want to plus. And here now you want to starve your distraction. What are the distractions? This discipline is choosing what you must do, okay, over what you want now. And that is what you should do. Okay, what you want now is not what focus, but what you must do to become what you are going to be, you want to be, which is your focus now, which is your goal, the end product. And that is why you need to know that, okay, now is not what matters in life. Now is not what matters. It is what you have you are focused for, that you need to pay attention to, and then let your future become your now. That means what I want to achieve in the future is what I want to always do now. If I want to become, I want to have $2 million account next year, or maybe next year I want to reach out to some investors that have sophisticated funds to be able to give me to trade with. I need to start now. I need to start that now, not just later. I need to start that. I need to have my journal. I need to have all my trade. I need to risk low. I need to have everything that is needed for me to be able to approach them and say, okay, based on what I've been able to do that now, which is not going to be in the future, this is what I want to do. And then I'll be able to have that. My uncle once told me something, and let me give it out now. One of the things my uncle told me was that he doesn't believe in luck, but that the greatest luck that he have ever seen in life is opportunity meet with readiness. That you are ready and opportunity comes. And that is the same thing we do in trading. That you are already ready, you have the right knowledge, you have the right system, and then you are ready to what? To go into trading at that time. And then when opportunity comes, you shoot your shot without any fear, because you have a system that works. You have the data that already proven to you that this thing works. Okay, so those are the things that we need to do. And then now one of the things you need to do as a beginner, I trade many pairs because I'm an advanced trader. Okay, but as a beginner, you can just, even for prop firms, I do that. Okay, I have few pairs I trade for prop firm. When it comes to prop firm, these are the things that people don't know. It's not every time that you trade your gold, so-called gold, conventionally the way other people trade it. No, that is not how to go about it. Okay, that is not how to go about it. Sometimes you might stay away from gold because of maybe you are on a drawdown, and that is when you want to use go to pick up back to drawdown. These are the things that will distract you, and then you find yourself more in drawdown. You're not able to recover from it, and then what you are going to tell yourself, you are going to tell yourself that, oh, this was my mistake, this was this and that. That is not how to go about it. Okay, so look for fewer peers, okay, and then it will give you what? Fewer distractions. Okay, unfollow unnecessary trading pages. There are some trading pages that you don't even need to hear about. Some people that don't know what they actually doing in the market. You don't need to do that, and I bet it with you. And this is coming from someone that has results in trading. Okay, you don't need to unfollow those information that is not working. Those people that are showing you Lamborghini, something is going on TikTok currently, and many people just coming on board, when they come on board like that, they will be showing us expert option advert with $10. You cannot make that money. All those people are looking for your referral money to be able to make money. I'm telling you the truth. I started from that option that they are pushing up and down now. I started with it about 7 to 8 years ago in trading. That was the first thing I know about in trading before I moved to the trading space, really, before I had someone that put me to. So unfollow unnecessary content, because those things will always pull back to your emotion, and then you are saying that you have psychology. As a matter of fact, I used to tell people that psychology is not what you should manage, because there are things you need to do that will put your psychology in place. Okay, when a child is misbehaving, there are things you need to do for that child that will stop the child from misbehaving. That is the way you have to put your psychology into place. Okay, so focus only on what grows you. What are the things that you know that grows you? Who is that person that you listen to that makes you to be able to feel as if yes, you can do it? Listen to those people more. If it's a pastor, if it's a imam, I don't know, just listen to those things that you know, yes, this is what is going to work. This is who my spirit aligns with. And with that, consistently, you will see what? Progress. Some people just meeting me, not even that I've trained them, they've received progress. And some people too, I met my mentor and then I moved 100 times, 1 million times, if I can say, because what I am today, it was that man that helped me to be able to achieve that. And if I was unable to meet him that time, I won't be able to. Okay, so I focus only on what makes me to grow. Now, trade 1 or 2 pairs and stick to one strategy until you master it. You don't need multiple strategy. I have seen so many people moving from ICT to SMC to this and that. No. That one that you even say that you are trading, that SMC, that ICT, that support and that trend line, do you really even know it? If you meet someone that actually trade those techniques professionally, can you even communicate with them? Can you even decipher what they know? Sometimes I see some people, they say that they trade my style, and I ask them, I engage them. They cannot even talk. Because you have not even mastered one thing, you are going all over the places. Someone like myself, I can tell you I have knowledge in SMC, I have knowledge in ICT, I have knowledge in quite a number of things. But that was not how I started. I started focusing on just few things. And that one thing, I can beat my chest with it anywhere in the world. I will talk about it, and then they will respect me that, yeah, this guy knows actually what he's talking about. Because I've been able to study. One of the powerful scriptures that we have in the Bible is study to show yourself approved. Now, when you study enough, then that is when the word power will approve you. You don't know what you are doing, you cannot. So know that one thing. Make sure you have courses. Make sure you have courses on that one thing. Please, as I'm accepting you, kindly just mute yourself so that there will not be noise. Okay, so you can make, if you want to add 1 or 2 things, you can also send a request. Then I'm going to bring you up. Okay, so make sure you master that one thing. Make sure you master that one strategy before you go. Okay, so let's move on. I want to be fast because I have some people that I want them to add 1 or 2 things to this stuff. Okay, now another thing is I'll create a routine. There are some things I do in the morning. Sometimes it sounds like ritual. That is the truth. But sometimes you just have to, that rituals, we call it successful rituals. Okay, create a routine and then be disciplined with it. Morning and night routine. Do you want to always come back at night to see what you have done? Like myself, at the end of every month, I journal everything I've done. There's another set of journaling apart from the normal journaling that people know, that I give. That this month now, last month now, if you ask me how many trades did I take, I will tell you. What's my winning rate percentage? I will tell you. And then when you go to the trade I trade, even on my MT5, you will see that it's aligned all together because I have a routine, and that routine is building my mind. Okay, so and then it's helping my discipline also. When you master discipline to an extent, you know what will happen? It will become automated. It will just be automatic. Even without, impossibly, you'll be able to do it. Okay, impossibly you'll be able to do it now. Have a daily review habit. Okay, have a daily review habit. After some losses, you want to walk away. Okay, you want to go and swim. I remember during the week, last week, my wife said that, okay, that's Students' Day. My wife said, okay, she wants us to go out and then go swimming. I don't know how to swim. They know how to swim. And I was on a trade. I was like, oh, these people. But I look at it. Let me go out. Okay, I break even and I left. As a matter of fact, when I came back, assume I caught that trade, I would have been just panicking and say, oh, this and that. But I broke even, and then price went. When I came back, price has already moved to my take profit. I was, wow, because I have routine and I know what I'm doing in the market. Okay, so the first step I have discovered is have someone that you are accountable for. This is not negotiable. Have someone you are accountable for, but before you choose the person you're going to be accountable for, make sure that the person have the credibility and then also is interested in your growth. Those are the things that are very, very important. Okay, so share your goals with someone. Okay, join a focus group, okay, that helps you, that when you know that you are in that group, you have go so far over the time you are growing, okay. Make sure you have that, okay. And then accountability, okay, consistency. When accountability is consistency when motivation fails. And sometimes that even worse like this, you'll not be able to hear it from anybody, because maybe those people that are around you to also motivate you, they are weak at that time. Then but when you have someone that you're accountable for, okay, or to, then it will help your consistency to still keep you going during that time, okay. When motivation fades, accountability will help you. So let's look at it again. Protect your environment. Be careful of who you listen to, okay. Be careful. These are the things that have been found in the scripture even before what I'm talking about now. Be careful of what you listen to. Be careful of what you see online, okay. Just as if you want to change some habit, and yet you are still focusing on those things that that does not glorify what is the result you are going to see. Definitely there will be problem, okay. So please let's tap. TikTok is telling me that I should tell you that I should tap. Let's power tap. Let's share, okay. Okay, so just support the live so that you'll be able to have more views and like, okay. So if your space is messy, your focus will be what will be too, okay. You have your trading room, everything is just unkept on your table decks, everything after eating just be there. This, of course, it doesn't even attract good things to you. Know that, I'm telling you. There was a time I have everything messed up, and then I told myself maybe this is one of the things that is not helping me, and then it helped, because those are things that also distract you, okay. Make everything, your environment to be what's good. Your space affects your mind. This is a philosophical approach. Your space definitely affects your mind. Your space affects your mind. This one is non-negotiable. Clean your space and then you clear your focus, okay. Surround yourself with those chasing growth. If you are still struggling to that, make sure you are around those people that are chasing growth, okay. So now let's look at this. There's a scripture I found so helpful in my own personal journey, okay, and that's Philippians 3:13-14. It says, but one thing I do, look at what Paul is saying here, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining towards what is ahead. Let me look at it. Let me break it down for you, okay. One thing that I do, speaking of what? Laser, that's a focus. One thing I do. This writer is telling that the only thing I want to do in my life, there must be that one thing. Someone like me, one thing I want to do for my life is clear. I want to impact, even regardless of all the money. Anything I know, I want to teach it out to people. I want to impact. I always have that passion that yes, with what I have here, I want to give it back. I want to just help people. I want to help people. And that is my person. So that one thing, this writer is saying that one thing I do, this is my focus. That's what the scripture is telling you. This is my number one focus, okay. Forgetting what is behind, letting go of my past mistake. That is what this writer is telling you. Letting go of my past mistake. Thank you, boss. I really appreciate for that. Thank you, my boss, for that. Okay, one thing I do, okay. Forgetting every other things out there, okay. But with this focus now, I will forget all my distractions, all my mistakes, okay. Straining towards what is ahead. Straining towards what is ahead. That means focusing forward with what? Purpose. This is a scripture. The day I knew this scripture, many things works for me in the trading space. One thing I do, I have left behind everything I used to do before that does not make me profitable. Tell yourself that same thing. I want every one of us to make this declaration together. One thing I will do, okay, forgetting what is behind me, okay, and then focusing on what is ahead of me that will make me profitable. Okay, pressing towards the goal. You have to press towards that goal, maintaining commitment and discipline to a what? To a higher calling. That is what that scripture is telling you. Okay, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind, turning towards what is ahead, and I press on towards the goal to win the prize for which God has placed me heavenward in Christ Jesus. And I just break it down for you as a first reader and those that want consistency in life. That one thing you do, you can screenshot this, you can have it on your screen, you can have it tagged somewhere. Just tell yourself this every time, that one thing I aim for, one thing I want to do is to what? To always go for that higher calling, okay, and then let go of my past mistake and distraction, focusing on the purpose ahead, maintaining commitment and discipline. Thank you so much, my boss. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much for the gift. So let's round up. Okay, now this is what I want you to do. Okay, this week now, choose one goal for the week, choose one goal for the month. I'm going to come back next week Monday and I will ask you for this week, What is that one goal that you have done? This is going to be coming every Monday. It's called Monday Boost. I want to boost us to be able to have that mindset that is right to survive in the market. It is not your SMC, it's not those things that will make you survive in the market. This is what you have upstairs. Okay, it is what you are conscious of. It is when you know yourself, and that is what is going to make you to be conscious in the forex market. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so write it down. That's your goal that you want to achieve this week in trading. Is it that you want to master your entry? That is what you want to do. Is it that you have been lazy to back test? That is your goal for that week. Have a goal and write it down. That is the first thing I want you to do. Now eliminate 3 distractions that waste your time, your daily time on that. Okay, and then focus on executing that one thing every day for 7 days. And then next week I will ask us to come on board and then ask us what you have been able to do. Okay, so that is what I have for us today. So to be able to have everything structured together, I just plan 30 minutes for this, and then we ask questions, we interact with each other. Those ones ask one question. Okay, now remember this: focus turns off or effort into what? Elevation. That your focus will turn it up to what? Elevation. And focus multiply what? Strength. When you have focus, instead of you having it all around, okay, all around, you have a focus. It will put it down to one thing, and then you have a focus result. Over to you, my boss.
Okay, you don't preach, give us. I'm happy. At least this is not the first live where we the host why they attend.
Thank you, sir.
I'm actually glad to be good so far. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live. I don't know who is listening, but James has actually dropped one of the secrets to success, not just in trading but in life. What I would say is, first things first, when it talks about focus, a lot of people will not get it because we tend to be distracted, especially now that we have the phone and the internet. So, and then you scroll through TikTok, Instagram, for people who are older, Facebook. are very important. And once you're able to do these things, you will be able to grow in trading. So I actually love this presentation. Thank
Thank you,
you guys.
boss.
If you have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence. It means a lot. Okay, so though I'm not just new to this space, I know I should be able to have a way to record this and then have it out there later. But obviously, like I've said earlier, we are going to be having a lot of this every Monday. And of course, I will also try my best to also bring in guests that will share their experience. Mr. Epinua just shared his own personal experience. I was able to have a goal. This is the goal. If the goal is not there, if the focus is not there, forget. These are the things. Until I told myself that I want consistency over profit. These are another thing we're going to discuss another day. Consistency over profit. Then you know that automatically, if you understand the statement I just made now, it's a lot. When you choose consistency over profit, automatically the profit will compound itself. It will compound itself. Okay, so the trading is just the means to an end, not the end itself. Okay, so thank you so much, my boss. Adedamola, if you want to add, do you want to add one or two things to what we have today before we call it a day? It's just for us to have Monday boost. We'll be having it just 1 hour. It's just to discuss, and then next week I'll be giving you tips on how I was able to achieve discipline. So next week we'll be talking about discipline. We have the flyers ready before that time, before Monday, and then definitely we are going to make a lot of progress. Okay, so that is what I have for every one of us today. It has been a wonderful time together, and I really appreciate. Okay, so see you next week Monday for another Monday boost. And don't forget the assignment I just gave you now. Have a goal. Okay, then identify 4 things that distract that your goal, and then practice that your goal within the 7 days. It has been said, research has proven it, that when you do something consistently for 14 times consistently, that means just 2 weeks to build an habit. Okay, just take 2 weeks. If I smoke for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be a smoker. That has already qualified me to be a smoker. Okay, so if you do something that a profitable trader do for 2 weeks, you are going to be profitable. And then you just need to look at, just repeat it. It's just so simple. I was doing market at 2 class yesterday. I was telling them that there are 3 things that someone must do to be wealthy in life. Let me just dish that out before we go. That's going to be the word we are going to use as ending discussion. 3 things I have discovered that makes people wealthy in life. 3 things you must do. These 3 things to be wealthy in life. If you are not doing these 3 things, you are not going to be wealthy. And that same 3 things can be linked back to trading. What's the first one? That you must be able to make money. If you cannot make money, you don't have the skill, you don't have a job in quote. Okay, even though a skill is what is going to make you to be employed to have a job. So the skill is the first thing. You have to have the skill that will make you money. That's the first thing. The second thing is the hardest and is the most difficult out of it. Because if you can do the second thing, you'll be able to achieve the third one. And what's that second thing? Is for you to be able to what? To keep money. I don't say to save money. There's a difference between saving money and keeping money. Okay, you must be able to know how to keep money. And then the third one is more, you are able to do the 1 and 2 step again. If you can do that, you are reinvest money. That's it. Reinvest money. That's the third one. And then that same thing happens to us when we are trading forex. The first thing is what? To make pips. You must be able to make pips. That's why you learn SMC. You learn everything you are learning. Okay, that's ability to be able to make pips. The second thing is ability to be able to keep pips. That you are, after making it, you are not losing it back to the market. Some people will be making, they will lose. That's just a break-even stage. But you have to be able to make and then keep. Okay, these are the things that we're going to be talking about next week more. And then the third thing you need to do, as important to be able to what? Do that again consistently, and you are good to go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, my boss, Mr. Entrepreneur. Thank you, Isaac. I can see you. I didn't want I can see you. Majek, I can see you. And quite a number of those people that are not on the live again. Thank you, and see you next week on this live again. Bye.